Changing your life can happen faster than you ever possibly imagined, but you first have to understand the basics of who you are. This goes beyond the common saying of, you don't manifest what you want, you manifest who you are. Into a deeper spiritual truth about our existence as souls and a reality far greater than what we see now. Each of us has many probable lives, access to infinite probable realities, and is truly the sole creator of our individual reality. First of all, a soul is not something that you have. It is what you are. Since we live in a physical reality, we often identify with the part of us that is responsible for daily activities, and we barely give any thought to the unconscious portion of ourselves that is the basis for creating the experience around us. We rely on our senses to survive and allow the outside world to determine how we feel. However, the concept of us being more than a physical form has been discussed in both scientific and spiritual fields. As you have likely learned from Neville and/or Seth, our consciousness is far more than a production of the neurons in our brain. Our own physical form, which we have so strongly identified with, is just like a custom-fitting glove that we are constantly creating to suit our needs. We are in the physical as gods in training, learning how to use our thoughts to create our human experience. This gift is something we were born with, and although the law is not common knowledge to most people in this world, the truth about reality and our identity is not hidden. It is displayed in each of our lives on a daily basis, with a perfect correlation between the states we've been entertaining and the events that occur. However, the understanding of the causes of your experience, and the knowledge that you are the sole creator of the contents of your life, both good and bad, not only make you a much keener observer of all phenomena, but through the awareness of the power of your consciousness, intensify your appreciation of the richness and grandeur of life. Neville Goddard. Knowing this perspective of being a fragment of God, it is completely up to us to create anything we desire with our imagination. There are 3D circumstances that seem to hold us back, but if you really think about it, what's more limitless? The 3D world or your imagination? And which comes first? The imagination. Sometimes we wish things were different, we hope this will change, we wonder if that can happen, but notice how none of these are a solid confidence in your experience now. You are the only one limiting yourself to your 3D circumstances. Breaking free of this mindset can be as simple as remembering who we truly are and what our purpose on earth is. No one knows what your individual purpose for coming here is, but just as an example, let's say it's to learn how to create a long-lasting relationship with someone you love because that was something you failed to do in the previous life. You chose this life and consented to your current circumstances as a second try, but when you surrender your mind to what you created in the first place, it's really just disappointing yourself for a second time when you could have taken this opportunity to learn. Now that was just a probable situation, and it doesn't apply to everyone, but if you accept a new view of life and allow yourself to feel connected to infinite possibilities, doesn't that sound much easier and more powerful than feeling stranded in a 3D world? How many of you would want to limit your reality, your entire reality, to the experience you now know? You do this when you imagine that your present self is your entire personality, or insist that your identity be maintained unchanged through an endless eternity. It is not that physical reality is false. It is that the physical picture is simply one of an infinite number of ways of perceiving the various guises through which consciousness expresses itself. Manifesting is effortless because it's a decision, not a chore. If you were asked to get from Paris to Tokyo without a plane, that's going to take a lot of effort. You were not asked to do so. The key points to making that mental decision effortless is understanding life from a creator's eyes plus playfully using your imagination beneficially plus gentle reminders that creation is finished plus repeatedly making the same choice for which reality you will experience without trying to change anything in the 3D. As the Seth quote above says, your physical reality is not fake, and it's actually a misconception to believe so. The people you meet every day are real human beings with the same feelings and consciousness you have. However, there are many different versions of what you can experience, so your goal is to select something new. Telling yourself that 4D is the only real world and 3D is fake can lead to delusion or inner conflict, and everything around you seems so real because it could cause a spiral. If your SP left you in this reality, it does not mean that they are a fake puppet who doesn't have a mind of their own. All it means is that your circumstances are aligned with whatever states you were dominantly entertaining, but you can change that at any moment. People often get confused with how to view the 3D because it gives them the most resistance, which brings them closer to trying rather than effortless manifesting. Your experience is made of internal selections, choices, and decisions. Choosing something better for yourself should be as easy as second nature, because who doesn't want a better life? You must begin to trust yourself sometime. I suggest you do it now. If you do not, then you will forever be looking to others to prove your own merit to you, and you will never be satisfied. You will always be asking others what to do, and at the same time resenting those from whom you seek such aid. Everyone who reads Neville should have come to the realization that we are connected to God's source. There is absolutely no power outside of you that determines your reality, so there's really no reason for us to trust anyone but ourselves. Seeking outside help for more knowledge is a good start, but ultimately experience and application is the breakthrough moment for most people's understanding in the law. Nothing beats the feeling of your first major manifestation coming into fruition and you start thinking what more you can do next. Sometimes the only thing that stops you from seeing manifestation as effortless is having one foot in and one foot out. If you take a step forward but keep looking back at where you were before, then you haven't really bought the pearl of great price, like Neville says. No teacher, book, guide, or video can do the mental work for you. At the end of the day, your biggest motivator will and should always be yourself, because you need the drive to change your life. I say it's effortless. I say the law is real. I say you can get your SP and that wealth and whatever it is you want, but I guarantee my words won't stick in your mind for over 24 hours unless you test it out for yourself with full discipline for the next period of time. I hope you liked this video. Subscribe for more such videos. Thanks for watching.